Namaste, all of you. Here, your management coach, Dr. Sandhya Srivastava. Today, we are going to discuss on the topic of human resource management, in which particularly we are going to integrate on a topic human resource planning and employee hiring. Before starting this topic, I just want to remind you certain course objectives which we have already discussed in series first, in which we have discussed what exactly human resource management, what is the importance of it, definitions, the scopes, the purposes, the skills of HR professionals, what is human resource management in performance management, what are the hiring strategies in performance management. We discussed about the various retention strategies, employees performance, management of contractors, global human resource management, and human resource information system. The thing which we have discussed on that what exactly human resource management is. So human is related with living and non-human is related with non-living. So when there is a overcome on non-human things by the human, that is a human resource management. The art of getting things done by the people, for the people, and from the people. Maximum utilization of resources from the resources, and that particular resources is human resource. So in this particular session, we will discuss on the human resource planning and employee hiring, which is one of the important tasks for professionals in a organization, because the organization is directly or indirectly depends on the human resource, because everything either would be related with any industry, IT sector, education field, FMCG, hospitality, hospital industry, administration. Everywhere there is a requirement of human resource. So because machineries are normally, they cannot work themselves, they always require an individual who can look after them and make them operative way. So we will discuss on planning. So basically we will start that what exactly is planning, human resource planning and employee hiring. The right number and the kind of people at the right place at the right time, that is planning. Because when we talk about a planning is to forecast something, is to plan something, to get it the things done before time and with the maximum utilization of resources, and to get it the more output. So as far as the human resource planning is concerned, it is being right number, kind of people, right place and right time. Once again, right number, kind of people, right place, right time, with efficiently and effectively. So in this session, I have some learning outcomes that we will get it after the discussion. So list the steps in the recruitment and selection process. Earlier we have also discussed about the recruitment and selection process, what is recruitment and what is selection. Techniques, we will get it, employment planning and the forecasting, need of effective recruiting, name and describe the main internal sources of candidates, list and discuss the main outside sources of candidates, develop a help wanted advertisement, how to recruit a more diverse workforce. So these are the learning outcomes which we will get it from this particular session. So once again, I am repeating on that particular what exactly the human resource planning, please. So let me remind you again, right number, kind of people, right place, right time, with efficiently and effectively. So this particular process is known as a human resource planning. Yeah, I had given definition also. And process by which management determines how an organization should move from its current manpower position to designed manpower position. So these are the certain definitions. Let me talk about the characteristics of human resource planning. Characteristics means what exactly it is useful. It is the integral part of corporate, because it makes an environment, it makes in future, it's in process of analysis, either it will be related with demand or supply. It's in utilization of organizations current and future manpower. It's a long term as well as short term process. So these are the certain characteristics of human resource planning. Importance. What exactly the importance is? Importance is being related with future personal needs, because nothing is possible without the human resource in an organization. So when we will go ahead with the proper human resource planning, so we will not get any kind of we can say a myopia, a gap, that what exactly we require and what presently we have. So it's in part of strategic planning, it's in change, move, it's a line and staff management, it's in personal function. So these are the importance of the human resource planning. Let me tell you with the environmental function and the quantity of personnel. It's an organizational chart, and it will be start with the environment. So in the environment there is a organizational analysis. First is needs and forecast, and the second one is the supply and forecast. What is the need? Then only we can supply it. So it's very important to know what is required, what the gap is, where a particular place is vacant, how we can put it a right person on a right place, so that we will get it a maximum output from it. So it's an organizational analysis with the HR needs and HR supply. It's in forecasting, in a programming way, in an implementation, and again in a control and evaluation process. So we have a surplus and shortage also. Surplus is related with the restricted hiring, layoff or reduced hours, and the shortage we can overcome with the recruitment and selection process. And afterwards, let me explain you certain small points which is very much important. That is job analysis, descriptions, specifications, job design, rotation. So these are the certain points also. So let me, it's in process which is being related with the job analysis. Job analysis is for a specific we can say for the expertise field, for the specific job, what kind of eligibility, what are the skills is going to be required. And afterwards we have a job description and job specifications. Description means a proper definition and design of work, a statement of containing what it should be contained: title, location, where you have to work, what are your responsibilities and duties, your firms, to whom you have to report, what's your working hours, and what's hazards and precautions you have to look after. And specifications is related with the educations, qualification, experiences, training, communication skills, height, weight, and the personality requirement of an individual person. Afterwards we have a job design, that how an individual job has been designed for an individual people. So it's an involves conscious efforts to organize tasks, duties, and responsibilities. Requirements of the organization, individual needs of job holder, both are considered. So it's in parameter, we can say that it's in we can frame out for an individual task, that what you have to do and how you have to do it, and these are the certain areas that you have to look after with it. Rotation means when an individual means are not in their particular place, so another person will hire to look after their work. Either it would be for short term, for the long term purpose, or either for the promotion purpose. It would be depends on a job. So first week, task 1, drill holes, second is assemble parts, and third is the test component. So it would be related with particular that starting with how that an individual can adopt, do it, and can. So these are the certain question marks, and it depends on an employee's work that they can adopt, individual can adopt it or not. Enlargement means if an individual efficiency is working in a proper way to get it the maximum output, what organizations is looking for. So the drill holes, assemble parts, and the test. If it finds good, then the different tasks performed by an employee in a single job. It means the employee is very much important, and it plays a vital role for the organization. It will be played as the asset of the organization. So it would be the enlargement of the specifications, and it would be looked after by the framework to have a more efficiently and effectively can look after the work. Enrichment, we also go ahead with the same. Just move on enrichment involves adding more motivators to a job. It's controlling and executing. So it's controlling and executing, looking with the ordering material, planning workload, and once again drill holes, assemble parts, and test components in it. So where we are now, it would be look after, and it will be discussed in the chapter 5 under this lesson. So it's in recruitment candidates. How? So recruitment will be develop personal plans and job descriptions. Recruitment candidates and select employees, train employees based on job requirements. Afterwards, appraise employees, reward employees, manage human resources in global and entrepreneurial firms. So it's in we can say it's in conform to ethical standards, and it's for the safety and HR related laws. So we have to make it follow it. With the recruitment and the selection process, which is one of the important process. Recruitment means to invite application, that what is the personal planning and forecasting, that why it is requiring, and how, what are the process we will look after for the recruitment. So recruitment is once again a positive process, whereas selection is a negative process. In recruitment, we invite the application for a particular job, whereas in selection, we, on the basis of the job description, we identify an individual, for either the individual is good for a specific work or expertise in their field and can look after their work in a proper way or not. So that would be a negative process. Afterwards, we have a steps in recruitment and selection process. So first is being related with the employment planning and forecasting. Here I just want to focusing on the human resource planning and employee hiring. So what is the process we are going to look after in it? Employee planning, that what space is being vacant, what kind of a person is best for a particular job, what is the right candidate to look after this work in a proper way to get it the more output for an organization. Recruitment, build a pool of candidate. Recruitment means invite application. Again, I am repeating this point. The candidates are being invited from the applicants, complete application forms, selection tools are being used, the survivors and the others interview final candidates to make final choice. The recruitment selection process is a series of hurdles, because what is the hurdles over here? Because it's not so easy for an organization, or we can say for the HR professional, to put it a right person on a right job. Afterwards, we just move on to the linking employer strategies to plans. Employer strategic plan is being diversify, integrate, vertically, expand geographically, on what basis should we complete it. So employers functional plans, marketing and sales plan, production plans, financial plans, and HR plans. So here we are going to discuss on the HR plans. In the HR plans, we have a personal plans. It means related to an individual employee of an organization. Training and development plans. Training and development we will discuss on the next lecture series. The compensation, afterwards we will go ahead with the compensation plan also. Labor relation plans, the employees, those who are working, the labor laws, that all, and the security and safety on the plans, what an organization make and how we have to implement it and how we have to make it secure and safety for it. So it's being related with the personal plans, personal forecast, recruitment plans, and employee selection plans. So personal forecast, what is being required, right person, right place for a right job. Recruitment plans, what kind of person is being required, selection, the match, both, what is the need and what is going to be supply for it. Afterwards, we have a planning and forecasting. Planning is to plan, and forecasting to looking ahead, to see a future, we can also say. So that way, planning and forecasting. Employment of personal plan, the process of deciding what position and the firm will have to fill and how to fill them. Succession planning, forecast over our personal needs, we have to look at the supply of inside candidates, the supply of outside candidates. Let me discuss you here the inside candidates and outside candidates. Inside means the somewhere it is being the junior person is doing their work very properly. So in comparison to hire a senior person from outside, it's better to have a promotion to the junior person so that an individual feel good and working in a proper way. Forecasting, personal needs. Just moving on, forecasting tools, the trend analysis, ratio analysis, and scatter plotting. It's in tools which is going to be used for the forecasting and what is the needs for the future purpose. Again, just moving ahead, forecasting, the study of inside candidates. Inside candidates means again I'm telling you that it's in qualification inventories. The people themselves go ahead with the certain internal examination to get it a pass in that and to get it more knowledge and they clarify and to get it the more skills which is going to be required for the senior positions and the computer skills, inventories, manual systems, and apart from it, so qualification inventories for the inside candidates. Recruitment challenges. See, in every process there is a challenges, so let me discuss here for the effective recruitment challenges. Effectiveness of chosen recruiting methods. What is the method? It's important because let me see, because everyone is so bored about what method should be used. So it's important to use a very proper channel method so that a right person on a right place. Once again, non-recruitment issues and policies and associated employment laws cannot be hurt. Effective recruitment. So effective recruitment is related with the successes, pre-screening of applicants. Employment laws should be followed in a proper way. The public image of the firm, it is important to give them. See, what happened nowadays, generally what exactly I am seeing, the people come to the campuses, they selected an individual and tell them that please wait, we will get back to you soon, but after that the individuals are not getting back. So it's an harassment of an personal, those who have appeared for the interview, because they will wait for an individual. So it's important to pass the message that either you are eligible, either you are selected or not. So it's an effective recruitment process. These are the certain points which is going to be used by the HR professionals. And recruitment is also right person on right job, outsourcing white collar job people, qualified people, and to identify that what is good for an organization, to make clarify that these are the certain rules, regulations, and the policies very transparently so that an individual can work it in a proper way. Organizing how you recruit. Advantages of centralized recruitment: facilitates strategic priorities of an organization, reduces duplication of HR activities. Centralized is best for you will see in the all the newspapers there would be like that, the either in the bank or either in the LIC, FCI, all the corporates, it would be the centralized recruitment process. And afterwards when they selected the people, they will just diversify it on the basis of their particular place. So it's ensure compliance with laws also, and fosters effective use of online recruitment also. So measuring recruitment effectiveness, evaluating it would be what to measure and how to measure. It's in yield pyramids that leads has been generated 6:1 means 1200, and out of which we will hire only an employee, an organization hired only new hires, it's 50. So what would be the ratio? Just I want to tell you this point. Internal sources of candidates, advantages and disadvantages. Let me first tell you the disadvantages, because there are more advantages. Disadvantages: failed applicants become discontented, time wasted interviewing inside candidates who will not be considered. Inbreeding strengthens to maintain the status quo. They have a inferiority complex, and this is like that. And advantages are more because they are already trained, they know the rules, regulations, the policies of an organizations, they are more accurate view of candidate skills, and increase employee morale also. The people, those who are already working with the organization, they will get the very good response that the organizations are giving appraisal to an individual. Finding internal candidates, how? Posting open job positions, rehiring former employees, succession planning. So these are the internal sources of finding internal candidates. Outside sources of candidates, it's in earlier we have also discussed about the recruitment process, that locating outside candidates, we can recruit via the internet, advertising in a newspaper, journals, in the TV ads. We can contact with the employment agencies and offshores and outsourcing peoples also, the peoples from the across the country, because every organization require a right person on a right job. It's some top online recruitment job boards I had mentioned. That's these are the certain Indeed, Jobfo, Simplified. These are the some job portals in which an freshers can look after, or either an organization can give their ads to the recruitment process. So I explained over here also recruitment via the internet. So advantages, because because now it's a digitalized world, so everyone is searching a job search sites, and applicant tracking evaluation can be easy process for it, and it's in cost effective way to publicize job openings, and in reciprocally we can say there is advertisement of an organization also. And as far as the disadvantages is concerned, it's an exclusion of older and minority workers can, so, and it's not easy to identify because unqualified applicants also apply for it. Outside candidates from across the India can easily, via we can say a media choices, advertisement, and create attention, interest, and desire and action. Employment agencies, types of employment agencies are public agencies, non-profit agencies, and private agencies. Why use a private employment agencies? Because no HR department feel that everyone wants a right person, good person in an organization. They just don't want to lose a chance. They want to attract more minority or female applicants somewhere, or internal time devoted to recruitment, so they don't want to waste their time, so they will hire the employment agencies like that. Specialized staffing and recruitment, it's an alternative staffing on demand recruitment services. So it's an in-house contingent, it's in casual, seasonal, or temporary, whereas on demand recruitment services, it is being related with provide short-term specialized recruitment to support specific projects for it. Let me also discuss over here alternative staffing benefits and the cost. So it's important that what are the benefits. Temporary agencies, increased productivity, and allows trial run, no recruitment screening and payroll administration. They just handed over their work and want the output of it. So it's a very easy task, and it's also increase the labor cost due to fees paid to temporary agencies. So let's working with the temporary agencies. It's an invoicing, timesheets. These are the certain points which is being related, that certain things are important. Job description information shared, the dress code, recruitment and benefits of temporary employees, to policy, timesheets, equal employment and opportunity statements to them. Let me also discuss offshores and outsourcing jobs. It's in political and military instability, cultural misunderstandings, customer securing and privacy concerns. It's in foreign contracts and liability and legal concerns. Basically, an organization want a good employee for an organization, so they just don't want to leave a chance that they just offered a foreign people also across the country, so they will get it. Sometimes it happens the foreign workers are working in a very less amount. Such type in when we talk about some developed countries, that the USA, the UK, they had mostly Indians IT people. Why it is so? Because as far as the individuals of Indian are worked as an employee, they are very dedicated. They can work at least 12 to 14 hours in a day, and in a very less amount. As far as we talk about the Indians, they are getting very good salary in IT field in India, but when we compare to the developed country, they are paying very less to the Indian. So they will get it the right person in a minimum amount also. So it's an outsourcing and offshoring jobs. Executive recruitment is related with the headhunters, we can say, because right person choosing a recruitment, a contingency based recruiters, retained executive researchers, specialized trends, expertised for a particular field, firm charges. So it's an executive recruitment when there is white collar peoples are required for a specific person, uh, reference checking, and all these other activities is being involved with executive recruitment. It's in college recruitment, where in college recruitment, when in a organization or the company, they can just go ahead for the on campus or on site visits or internship they are doing to attract good candidates with a and they can just provide the information package, personal interview, and they get it the referrals from the faculty members also about an individual. So it's in also a very good process, we can say. Apart from it, sources of outside applicants, employee referrals, walk-ins, telecommuters, and military personals. Yes, and employee referrals and walk-ins. As far as the employee referrals, the people those who are associated with an organization, they are just referred, and walk-ins, the directly people those who will come and join it. Afterwards, when we talk about the recruitment search findings, practical applications for managers. Recruitment search findings are the organizational image influences applicants' initial reaction. When we search an organization, if if we talk about the IT, the people, Accenture, GE, they just Infosys, they HCL, they just want to on the basis of the brand image of an organization. When we talk about an pharmaceutical, everyone is interested to go for the Pfizer, the Cadila. So why it is so? Because they attract and people. So practical applications for managers, they just put it on a brochure, campus interview. These are the certain ways. Elements, when we talk about on an improving productivity through an integrated approach to recruitment. Requisition management system, recruitment solutions, screening services on a particular place, hiring management, and more important is it's an a recruiting more diverse workforce is there. How it can be single parents, old workers, minorities and women, welfare to work, and the disabled people. They just put it some portion for an individuals to that give a ratio that is so that a diverse workforce work in an organization. And afterwards, developing using application forms, applicants education and experience, prior progress and growth, employment stability, and likelihood of the success. Whereas we talk about the application forms and the laws, it's areas of personal information, either it would be related with the education, police record of an individual, housing arrangement, marital status, physical handicap, membership in an organization, either it would be medical checkup, either it would be the family background checkup, the qualification, the earlier past experience in an organization. So this is a 360-degree to know about an individual. So there are two-stage process, and first is in it's in applicant qualified or not. So there are two options. Is applicant qualified? Yes, it's a conditional job offer to an individual that on the basis of all the details, the personal communications, the reference, the process has been done and offer a job to an individual. Whereas review application information, personal interview, testing, and do background check. So this is all about human resource planning and employee hiring for an organization. So it's one of the foremost important process in an organization, that to right person on a right job, right number, kind of people, right place, to capable of effectively and efficiently completing those tasks that help the organization achieve its overall objectives. Or we can say it's a process by which management determines how an organization should move from its current manpower position to desired manpower position. That's all for today. Thank you very much. If you have any suggestions and query, please do comment so that I can get back to you with the answers for it. Thank you so much.